In today's news for March, or actually March, yeah, right, April the 10th, 2014. Well, it looks like there's a land grab going on all across America and a war and assault by our government with unlimited power that's taking people's land and farming all across America. Farmers are being invaded by federal workers and even hired horse rokies that are coming in, telling them that they have to leave their land and repossessing their land by force, even though that land was owned by the farmers. The farmers have constitutional rights to the water and to the land, but yet the government seems to want to take the land. And in those areas, in Nevada especially, California, just to name a few, and other places where a lot of farmers, there's a nationwide war assault on all farming industries in America if they're privately owned. If they are part of the federal program, they will be exempt from this. But anyone who has a private dairy farm or a cattle farm, look out, because the government may be coming after you for your land because they don't want no competition. So they're trying to wipe it out as an assault to take away the freedom of having your own farm like many people had for hundreds of years here in America. For the last couple hundreds of years, because America hasn't been here for hundreds of years, more than 200 and some. But, for the last for about hundreds of years or so, they've had these rights, these freedoms, and now these federales want to come in and try to take them away. And it's wrong, and it's against the law, and people need to stand up and say something about it and discuss it. Because you wonder why the prices are going up in the supermarket, outrageous on beef, and other things and other meat, because that's the reason why. Because they're trying to take away all the competition in the market and only have the government of who they contract to do the food. That's why this is so important. The corporations are behind this initiative, and that's why it's so important that we as America do fight back with information and tell the government that we don't want government farming. We don't want institutionalized farming for animals, because it's a big nationwide assault in America on all farmers and their land and cattle herders and so forth. So, this stuff is really happening right now at this hour. Matter of fact, yesterday there was 20 kids that were stabbed in a school in Pennsylvania. And of course, the boy that was doing the stabbing was brought into custody, and he is now being questioned to ask why he went and stabbed 20 kids in his Pennsylvania high school. Also, there is some shooting going on out in Utah. When people were driving along the road in Utah and certain areas out west, there's a shooter that has been shooting at cars maliciously and has wounded some people, but nobody died. But yet people have been scared and frightened. And this is going on in America. That should not be going on out there in Utah and other parts of the country where people are getting their cars riddled with bullets, and people have been scared. Nobody has been killed, but yet some people have had injuries in their arms and also in their also in their leg, but nobody has died from these shots, but yet their cars were riddled with bullets. And police are looking in on that too, out there in that area of the world. They think they have a serial shooter, but yet the serial shooter who's aiming these guns at the cars, high-powered rifles, have not been captured or caught into custody yet at this time. Also, moving on also into other news, as we see, prices continue to go up on everything that we have in the country. Electronics, computers, there's got to be something going on. Wall Street, they keep printing money that isn't really there. They say, well, we got this money here, and we're just going to print it out of thin air. Wow! It just comes out of nowhere. And, of course, that they just keep printing this money out, but yet we don't have money. So what I really think is we should go back to the silver and gold standard, because that way the money actually had value, intrinsic value, and was backed and was trusted. Because when we broke away from that, when the Federal Reserve broke away from that standard and started printing their own money, that's where it all went wrong. And that's why we have the problems and why we have it, and why the dollar continues to deflate in value, that it has done over time. So to let you know, a donation did come in yesterday to be pledged for our electric bill of $172. So we want to thank those people who donated that monies, because we needed it to help to help us here at our New Hunter Church of Christ, as well as here where I live in the Harbor Square Apartments. Thank you for paying the electric bill. We want to say thank you to you all in Hanover for doing that. And we need help with our rent next month, so if you can help with that, please make donations. Subscribe down below. Subscribe down below. Subscribe down below. And tell us what you know. Subscribe down below. Comment down below. Let us know how you feel. That's right. So make sure you subscribe down below. We'd like to hear you. And keep it real. And keep it clean, because kids and churches are watching. Remember, this is a channel. It's a Christian channel. So make sure you keep all your nastiness. And if you're going to comment, make sure you be nice, because kids are watching. Now, we also have other things to talk about. We want to pray for some kids, a lot of kids too, also in the news, are getting hit with the flu. Like we said, infants, kids, a lot of people are getting the flu around here in Hanover. So we want to pray for the people in Hanover and all around the areas here in the East Coast in the country are getting hit really hard with the flu. And most of the people that are getting the flu are the people that have been vaccinated. That's the funny thing. They went and got the flu shot. Oh, I got my flu shot. And then a week later, they're getting sick. So, well, that's why I'm saying, those vaccinations, I wonder if they're really helping you, because people, like most of the time, get sick from taking those vaccinations about a week or two later. So what I'm saying to you is, don't vaccinate unless you really need to, but don't really do it, because a lot of times these things will make you sick anyway. So, think about it. Eat herbs. Take a lot of vitamins, and I'm not talking about illegal herbs. All you people out there thinking I'm saying marijuana. Oh, no, I never said that. But marijuana wouldn't hurt you if you need it for pain or arthritis, if you have it really, really bad, or eyesight problems. Sometimes it's really good to take that. Not smoke it, but just to vaporize it or eat it in foods. And if you have a prescription for cannabis, it's not illegal to have it when you have a prescription for it. So what I want to say is that it's not a bad drug. But the thing is, natural herbs is what I'm talking about. And that's the kind of drugs you want to take, is the natural ones that grow, like, I can name a few, like they have caffeine. There's a herb that's caffeine, but it's not made in the laboratory. It's a natural herb that produces the same effect. All right. And then there's other drugs that you can take that help with inflammation, and spices that are naturally grown, out on farms. That's why it's so important that we do, as I start this broadcast this morning, talking a news podcast this morning, is talking about our freedom and how they're infringing on all the farm owners, and it's a major war sold on this country. We need to stand up for our farmers, because they're the first line of defense in the food industry. In order to keep prices low, we need to keep our farmers in business and stop this assault and land grabbing assault from the feds of what they're doing in most areas in this country. And it's wrong. So we all need to stand up and openly discuss that online and really bring that out in the open and really get this going. And when you go to the voting polls, when you go vote, make sure you show that when you're voting too. If you're a true American patriot, you will vote against all this stuff that they're doing. And you will make your voice known and heard at meetings and town meetings and city meetings too as well. So that's the news for today in this area. And we're a Christian broadcasting channel, and it's our news segment for today. I hope you enjoy it. We'll shoot you up another update tomorrow. See ya!